Vintage Kitchen at partofmypocket.com. Today we're going to make homemade play-doh. It's super easy to make, super inexpensive. This is probably one of the fastest recipes you'll find out there for it. Your kids will absolutely love this. I use it for rainy days, but also for days like today where it is just sweltering outside and we don't want to go outside and play. This is a mom blog, so you'll likely hear sounds of Poppet in the background. If you haven't already subscribed, please take a moment and do so that you don't miss any future recipes or tutorials. I have some white flour in my house. I don't normally use white flour for cooking unless there's something that absolutely can't be made without it, like angel food cake or something like that. But I do keep it on hand for things like play-doh. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add the flour to my bowl here. And to this I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of cream of tartar. And what this does is it makes it more elastic. You do not need to use this in play-doh, but it will make it a better texture. And I'm just going to give that a really quick whir. Okay, to this I'm going to add a half a cup of salt. It is a lot of salt. You want to discourage your children from actually eating this play-doh. And also if you have any pets in the house, just keep it away from them because it can create quite an imbalance in their bodies if they digest this. Give that another quick little whir. Okay, and the last two things that we're going to add besides the color is 1.5 cups of boiling water. So I've just boiled my kettle. You could do this on the stove, but I've just boiled my kettle. I'm going to do 1.5 cups. Just eyeball it. And I'm going to add to this a tablespoon of oil. I just use whatever I have on hand. Today it's olive oil. Okay. And this is just going to get mixed in while this is rotating in the mixer. Be careful because it is boiling water, so just make sure you don't splash yourself. When you first see this, I'll give you a quick look. You'll see that it's still quite soft and sticky. As this cools and as you knead it more, it will become more elastic. So I'm going to do that and then I'll come back and show you the texture once it's had a couple more minutes of beating. Okay, so my dough has come together. If yours doesn't come together like this, you can add, I'm guessing, up to about another 1/4 to 1/2 cup of flour if you need it. But it should come together and it shouldn't be sticky anymore. It'll be pliable, just like that. As you can see, it's just like Play-Doh. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to color this because who wants to play with just white dough? So I'm going to make 3 different colors. So I'm going to take this ball of Play-Doh and I'm going to just divide it into 3 roughly. My child's not really going to mind if it's not exact. Okay, and then all I use is just the traditional liquid food coloring. So I'm going to try to make it teal, and for that I'm going to do 1 drop green and 3 drops of blue. These are just the little food coloring that have been around probably for decades. I've seen these since I was a child. Okay. Light blue, like greeny blue. If you want it more intense, all you do is you just increase the amount of food coloring that you put in it. And that is all there is to making homemade Play-Doh. You can make anything out of this, and you can also bake it in the oven. Just bake it at a low temperature till it dries out. If you do it too high, because it is flour, it will brown. We hope you've enjoyed this tutorial on pardonmypoppet.com. You can find this and other recipes and tutorials on www.pardonmypoppet.com.